An update on the case involving Pullman's police chief, who's been on administrative leave since December.
Why the judge calls some text messages between the two juvenile and embarrassing. Coming up on Murrow News 8.
From the Northwest Public Broadcasting Studios on the campus of Washington State University, this is Murrow News 8.
Good afternoon. My name is Emery LaFesti.
And I'm Avi Martinez, and this is Murrow News 8.
Superior Court Judge Roger Sandberg has denied the protection orders filed against Pullman Police Chief Jake Opgenorth. Opgenorth is on administrative leave pending an investigation into allegedly sexually assaulting a woman who is not his wife. According to court documents, Opgenorth and the woman had an affair for about 3 years before their breakup last November. In court, Judge Sandberg said he denied the protection order after finding the woman hid text messages to mislead the court. Judge Sandberg said both parties are, quote, juvenile and childish, end quote. She initially filed back in December claiming Opgenorth sexually assaulted her. Opgenorth is still on leave as the Washington State Patrol further investigates. There are no further hearings scheduled.
Latah County Prosecutor Bill Thompson calls for Judge Stephen Hippler to prevent Brian Kohberger from presenting evidence that supports an alibi besides his own. Thompson does not want Kohberger to provide any other stories other than he was doing on the night of the murders. According to Kohberger's attorney Ann Taylor, his alibi is that he was driving throughout the area of South Pullman and West Moscow at the time of the murders. Thompson says it is unreasonable for his office to look into a different alibi since the murders took place over 2 years ago.
After thousands of federal workers have been laid off the past few weeks, the Trump administration is letting agencies know that large-scale layoffs are still coming. This comes shortly after the Department of Government Efficiency, aka DOGE, started sending out emails asking federal employees to list 5 things they accomplished during the week.
During a WSU graduate student's scuba diving adventures, he always wondered what wildlife lurked in the tiny caves and coral reefs. Connor Tristad is a recipient of the Coroner Family Foundation Fellowship for his studies in microrobotics. Tristad is particularly interested in swimming robots and is developing a tiny robot to explore the deep wonders of the sea.
Last Sunday, the local flooding caused Pine Street Bridge to be dislodged from its usual spot. Our reporter Josiah Pike has an update on how the bridge is now.
Now, the Pine Street Bridge is still dislodged from its normal location, as you can see behind me here. But also, as you might notice, the water is not flowing over the bridge as it was on Sunday and part of Monday due to the flooding. It has gone down. The water level has gone down back to a more normal level. But also, it's not available for public access yet, as it is still dislodged. It hasn't moved too far down to the river to where it's not tethered anymore, but it still is dislodged from its normal location. There's a lot of yellow tape and cones preventing members of the public from trying to cross it at the moment. We did reach out to the City Public Works Director about when this might be fixed and how much it might cost, but we weren't able to receive an answer at the time. So unfortunately, we don't know exactly when this might be resolved at the moment. But we'll see how things go as time goes on. Josiah Pike, Murrow News 8.
American Airlines Flight 2246 had an aborted flight over Reagan National Airport on Tuesday. Air traffic control asked the flight to keep space between it and the plane currently moving on the runway. Flight 2246 safely landed after pulling up only a mile above the plane on the runway.
The Pullman Farmers Market is now under new management. After over a decade under the Chamber of Commerce, the Pullman Good Food Co-op is now in charge. The market will now be named Pullman Market Monday. Alongside the new name, they will use the online portal ricohub.com to give customers a variety of local foods on a weekly basis.
Disaster was declared yesterday in Latah County in an effort to help the county recover from last weekend's flooding. High water levels led to damaged bridges and roads in the county. The disaster declaration will allow for crews to repair the damage more quickly and can open up more funds for the repairs.
Well, the weather sure has taken a change for the better here in Pullman.
After the break, we're going to take a look outside and what we can expect in the near future coming up on Murrow News 8.
It's okay to be scared. You don't have to be so strong.
Strength is not optional. This is my mother, my purpose. Real muscle is lifting her spirits between bedpans and bad news from doctors that doubt her strength. Strength is buried in bills, managing meds, and swallowing those moments of, Mom, it's me, your daughter. Remember? My strength is super, but I'm still human, right?
Look who's here. There she is. Thanks for your patience.
How you feel?
If you're caring for a loved one, visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community, or call 1-877-333-5885.
If you were walking around campus today and wondering what that loud noise was, that was the WSU Office of Emergency Management test for the WSU Alert Pullman system for the spring semester.
Speaking of outside, we have our reporter Bailey Pfeffer catching the remaining rays of the sun for the day. Bailey, how's it going out there?
Thanks, Avian. It is a beautiful sunny day here in Pullman, but don't let that fool you. It is a little chilly here, but don't worry, it is a beautiful day to fly a kite with clear skies and some breeze. So Joey, what is this weekend looking like? Is it a beautiful day to help me learn how to...
Well, thanks, Bailey. It looks like you're having a lot of fun out there. It is going to be a nice weekend to fly a kite, but we're going to get into that a little bit later on in the show. But as for today, what a nice day out. I was thinking of a song to go with this nice weather. No better than U2. It's a beautiful day. We have clear skies. The sun's out. We haven't felt this warm temperature in a while. Little winds going on right now. And as we look at tomorrow's forecast, we're going to deal with very similar weather as today, even a little bit warmer with a high of 55. I anticipate a lot of students going to be outside taking advantage of this nice warm weather. And now as we take a look at the state map, we have the west side, Olympia and Seattle. Cloudy, but in the high 50s. Yakima and the Tri-Cities with the state high 57 and Yakima 51. Yakima is going to cool down at night, being in 21 degrees. And as we look at Spokane and Pullman, very similar weather. Middle to high 50s, and the sun's out. So it's a beautiful day in Pullman and Eastern Washington. And as we take a look at the 5-day forecast, the sun's going to stick around here, guys, for the next few days. We're going to have the sun till Saturday, and that's a perfect time to go out, fly a kite, throw the ball around, and hang out with some friends. But something to note, later in the week, Sunday and Monday, we are going to cool down a little bit, with Sunday a high of 49 and Monday a low of 41. And there is going to be some rain Monday. But overall, spring weather is coming, and I'm looking forward to it. Back to you guys.
Former WSU quarterback John Mateer was ranked in the top 10 quarterbacks in all of college football.
And who said so and who's ahead of him coming up next.
Dad, they took over my bedroom. Come on, come on. Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. Dad! You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
Welcome back. I'm Cooper, and this is going to be your sports update for the week. Now, quarterback for the Oklahoma Sooners, WSU transfer John Mateer was named the number 7 quarterback in the FBS, according to the College Football Network. Mateer was also named the 37th overall returning player for the 2025 season. He was the only quarterback in the nation with 20 touchdown passes and 15 rushing touchdowns, accounting to a nation-leading 44 touchdowns responsible. The list is led by names like Garrett, Nussmeier, DJ Lagway, and, of course, Arch Manning. And WSU baseball is still winless after their trip to the Corpus Christi Invitational. This is their first ever 0-8 start. The team is hitting .234 as a team and ranks dead last in NCAA home runs with 1 on the year. They are 243rd in team ERA, just under 8.5. They will head to a neutral site in Cleburne, Texas to take on the 3-3 Iowa Hawkeyes in a 4-game series starting tomorrow. And on a more positive note, though, WSU Tennis's doubles team of Eva Alvarez-Sande and Maxine Murphy were named the WCC Doubles Team of the Week by the conference Thursday. The pair went 2-0 last weekend, defeating 2 nationally ranked opponents, number 15 Baylor and number 53 TCU. In women's basketball, the Cougs have locked in the number 3 seed for the WCC tournament in Vegas. First, however, they'll have to play their final regular season game away tomorrow against the 8-19 Pepperdine Waves. Head coach Cami Etheridge says they'll have to take care of business and had this to say heading into the tournament.
If you're relying on practice and you're relying on, 10 hours of study and film, you're in trouble. By now, you got to be who you are. You got to be able to guard a lot of different styles, and you got to be able to perform when the lights come on.
Again, credit one.
And on the men's side, despite a blowout loss to Santa Clara last weekend, spirits are high heading into senior night as a clip of LaJuan Watts and Cedric Coward went viral. So no shortage of chemistry there. Wow, that's kind of cute. And they have a rough second half to this season. They'll play the last place San Diego Toreros tomorrow at Beasley Coliseum, celebrating the 2 seniors on the squad, Coward and Ethan Price. That game is at 6:30 p.m. Back to you guys.
A member of our Murrow News 8 team had their 21st birthday yesterday. Join us to find out who and for the celebration after the break. Before we go, a big shout out to Emery, who celebrated his 21st birthday yesterday. We hope your day was filled with fun, laughter, and maybe a few legal sips of something good. So welcome to you to adulthood. Emery, how much fun did you have yesterday?
Well, like any 21st birthday Wazoo students, of course I stayed inside and drank absolutely no alcohol, because why would I do that, right guys? But in all seriousness, I did, I went out, had some fun. I actually live in Moscow, Idaho, so I went to some Moscow bars. I know the WSU people really rave about the Pullman bars here. I'll make sure to check them out soon. I promise, guys. I promise all of those who are really wanting that. But outside of that, yeah, nothing too crazy, just some fun, hung out with some friends, talked to some family.
Sounds
You know
like
how
a
it
good
is
day.
on birthdays.
Sounds like a good birthday.
Well, happy birthday, Emery.